Hello friends, today we're going to do a review of the 4DMaster Saturn V rocket. 1/100 scale. It's a model kit and it is pre-painted, partially assembled. Let's say it does require some assembly. And as you can see from the box, it's got some transparent sections with interior components as well. So that is pretty cool. Picked this up off of Amazon. It was listed as a FameMaster Saturn V rocket, so I don't know what the difference between 4DMaster and FameMaster is. I'll see if I can find some more information on that. So the video really doesn't show it, but that's a pretty big box. Let's see. It's almost 25 inches. Oh, good. We do have metric. What is that, about 63 centimeters, I think. Tall, and it is 14 inches wide, which makes it about 35 centimeters, if I know metric, that is. All right, cool. That's the front of the box. I think both sides are the same. Again, the parts. Another shot of the rocket / model itself. And then more information on the back with some details. So as I mentioned before, it is all supposed to be pre-painted. I think it's either painted or molded in specific colors. We'll find that out. So this is the back of the box with a lot of good detail or information. And what looked to be pictures or really good drawings of the actual pieces inside. Pictures of the rockets. Some pictures of the transparent sections, the different stages, the lunar module, the command module, some of the tanks. Nice information about the different stages, different components. Up on the left here, we've got some information on the specifications of the rocket in full scale, I believe that is. Now, I'm not a rocket expert, so forgive me if I misquote anything. All right, again, opening it. Ooh. So we've got a nice box within a box. Some nice wrapped components there we'll go through. And then this is a separate box with pieces. We'll go through those in a second. Instructions. Some nice graphics on them. Yeah. And a big old stand. It's got, let's see, that as a label. unbreakable. It's hollow. Cool. So we'll go through these individually. So let's start with the bigger stages. This, I believe, is the first stage. Nicely wrapped in plastic. So that's for, I think, some transparent pieces, glass that goes in there, and then the internal components. I'm just taking a look around, and I think this actually might be 3 pieces, 2 halves joined together, and then this, oh, it does come off. Oh, the ring, it comes off. So this was already put together in the box for compactness and shipping. So that's first stage. And then we've got, oops. So now this should be the second stage. Polystyrene, I think. And I believe this is multiple pieces too. I don't know if these should be glued, but we'll find out later. And as mentioned previously, pre-painted, pretty decent, nice job, clean. There, painted on the inside. I think that's supposed to represent fuel or fuel tanks. So, again, more transparent sections. And we'll fit that together later. And then some of the internal components. I believe these are to be the end caps for the fuel tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and looks like they're actually molded in this orange plastic. Pretty nice. More, I don't know what they are, tank pieces, I think. Pretty well packaged, nice, wrapped nicely, pre-painted. That looks to be a solid plastic color. Somehow I assume they go together, but we'll figure that out later. Another fuel tank, I believe, not sure what that covers. No idea what this piece is. We'll figure that out later. Looks to be bottom section of the first stage. I believe there's a clear piece that goes over here. We'll find that later. I'm not sure where this goes. Looks like this has been molded in the gray plastic and then painted on this side. Pretty decent paint job. And then This looks to be part of the third stage with some of the lunar module in there. We'll look at that in a second. So the piece of the third stage, actually it looks like it might have been molded in this tan orange color and then painted, or I've got it reversed, I'm not sure which. It's kind of hard to tell. That might become evident later. All right, and a bunch of pieces. It looks like it builds the lunar module. Nicely bagged. Looks like it's sealed, which is good, so you don't lose any pieces. At least from here, there's a lot of little pieces. And then this looks like it's part of the, I don't know what it's technically. Okay, I'm no expert. This Apollo. Fairly nice, neat painting. We got what? A white, a silver. I'm guessing those are decals or stickers. No, it must be decals because they're not stickers. Copper color, and then more white. So that should look pretty good. And then, not sure what this goes to. One of the stages, I'm assuming. All right, we'll figure that out later. Again, this is white with some black painting, and on the inside looks to be silver or black. It's more that orange color, so pretty decent job with the painting. Then they have some molded in detail. I imagine that's, oh. There's some interesting detail. If they did that with slide molding. I don't know if the light's capturing it very well. So I'm hoping to do some build videos of this, and so we'll see if I can capture some of that detail a little bit better in the build videos. So that's all the pieces from there. Then let's jump into what was in that other white box. So this has got a lot of the plastic pieces, or the clear pieces we'll call them. These look to go in the different stages. There's 3 of them. I don't know if you can see them. So this is the transparent piece that goes into the base of the rocket. And then these 2, I believe, cover the lunar module while it's in the rocket. Clear so you can see it while it's there, which is cool. And then some more of those pieces. Let's cut this open. So you've got 2 more of the pieces that go around the lunar module, 2 here, and then the 2 clear ones will make the other piece. And you got the astronauts, It could probably use a little detailing, depends upon how much you can see of it. And then part of the top of the rocket. We have another clear window for, I think this is the third stage. And then I believe this is supposed to represent the top of one of the fuel tanks, another clear piece. And then another clear piece that looks like it goes into the first stage. And then a whole lot of little pieces. Couldn't tell you what these actually are. I believe these go on the Apollo. I think that may go on the Apollo. See, don't know what we call that. Lots of little pieces. And these, I believe, feed from one of the fuel tanks down to the rocket engines. And then other pieces, I believe these go on the outside of stage, the first or second stage. Fins for the base of the rocket, one's transparent. I believe these are the F1 rockets, right? Five of these, pretty good detail. Well, relatively speaking. Let's see if I get better light. Rockets, I believe, for the second stage. One, two, four, 6 of those. Not sure what these components are for. So, those are all the pieces. Let's take a look at the instructions. So here are the instructions. Nice multi-page booklet, like 14 pages. Nice sheen. Starting out with some information about the Apollo missions, the rockets, flight path, information about the model and the different components of the rocket, some statistics, mission data, some nice detail on the engine components, and then the start of the construction of the model itself. Looks like they start with the engines in stage 1, or first stage, I don't know which is the appropriate terminology. Second stage. I have looked at the pieces, and so they have numbers for the steps, but the actual pieces themselves aren't numbered. So most of them are pretty obvious. But since you have 6 of these, and there's slight variations in some of them, gonna have to figure that out. Shouldn't be too complex. More on the second stage, third stage, fuel or oxygen tanks with the engine. Oh, and it's nice because they have a color call out of which section you're building. The lunar module, that one separate bag that I showed you. And then the top of the rocket with this Apollo. And then diagram of the finished model, and then a parts list / diagram / inventory. And then the back of it, some additional nice graphics. So when I was looking at this on Amazon, I saw a lot of reviews about missing pieces. So I've actually gone through and done an inventory, which was not too easy since the parts aren't numbered and some of them are in bags, so it's hard to get at unless you wanted to open it. Fortunately, the only thing I couldn't find was part number 46. And it could be there and I just missed it, because a lot of the pieces are already put together for compactness of shipping, like 21 and 22 are already put together with a couple of the, I don't know what you call them, the rings. 39 and 40 are already put together. So it could be already attached to one of them. I've looked for it, I couldn't find it, but maybe it's there. So when we build it, we'll look for it. And from where I've seen, I don't think that's going to be a showstopper. And since I believe it's a straight piece of plastic, if I had to, I could manufacture that out of something else. So in other words, I'm not going to return it. If it was missing a lot of stuff, then we'd end up returning it. I found that piece number 46 that I thought was missing was actually already attached to the back of the second stage of the rocket. This is piece number 46 here. Looks like this. So all pieces have been accounted for. And there you have it. I'm looking to do some videos of the build, so look for those coming up shortly. And thank you for watching.